Hello, Twin Flames. I hope you guys are all doing really well. So, as some of you may or may not know, I did a video recently with Sonnet disclosing a defiant twin flame teacher. I haven't been able to upload that video onto my channel. I'm having a little bit of issues with that. So, I just wanted to direct you to her channel in case you haven't watched it already. And I'm going to leave the link below to that. I think the information is rather important, and I think that it opens up a broader discussion, which we would like to get into further in a part two, which we'll probably do in this sometime in the near future. But if you get a chance, go over to her page and check that out. And we're just discussing our experiences, and as it turns out, you guys have had a lot of experiences with this individual as well, and I think it's always good that we are just open and honest with each other as much as possible. And if you guys ever have any concerns about anybody or anything, I just want to remind you guys that you're in a really safe space. Feel free to let us know. And, we all have to really look out for each other on this journey. And as if this journey is not difficult enough, there are these types of energies that are out there that are really trying to derail us. So the best way to do that is if we just keep an open discussion about it. And so that's what we did and what we will continue to do. And we want to thank all you guys for your comments and your emails, and we've been getting a lot of them. So really the best way I think that we're going to address it is we'll do a part two. Like I said, I'll try and answer some questions here, and I will also try and get back to your emails as soon as I can. But do leave some questions below in the comment section that you want us to go over in our part two, and we'll gladly do so, or we'll do our best to answer your questions. But what I really want to just say first and foremost is what most people are responding with is understandably, they're a bit afraid about what may have been done to them as a result of going to this healer, and what may have been done to their twin or to their family. So this is a really valid concern, and we did discuss it in the first part, but I really just want to reiterate again, because it does bear repeating. I do not think that we have anything to fear whatsoever. If we did, I would have stated that. I'm a very upfront, honest person. So I will tell you what I feel. I will tell you what I know. And if I felt that there was any, level of concern there, I would have raised it. We have been shown that this person, their abilities are being diminished, rapidly diminished. He really can't do much right now because of this this galactic war that we were talking about had been won by the light. This particular individual, his abilities to do any harm are being taken away, and we've actually have been shown some proof of that in the 3D. So I wouldn't worry if you recently had a session with him, if you had a session in the past, again, because these energies are diminishing. Whatever he may or may not have done to you or your twin or a family member will be lifted. I feel that really, really strongly. And, I worked with him several times, and I've dealt with these types of things before, these types of implants before. I just know when they're there. I can sense when they're there. I don't have any of that right now. I mean, I guess to the best of my knowledge, but I don't feel affected in any way. That's not to say that none of you may not be. Obviously, it's a case-by-case basis, but I really do stand by what I say. The best way to go about this now, if you do feel that you may have some sort of implant or attachment or spell or what have you, is to just go right to source, to go right to the true and original healer, which is God the Creator, Jesus, Mother Mary, excuse me, I would just go, I would go immediately to that route. Go immediately to, go to your church, go to your pastor, go to your priest. I really don't feel guided to tell you guys to start going to other healers. I think that the lesson here is the bigger lesson here is that God really wants us to communicate with him and to build a stronger relationship and a foundation with him. And for all we know, maybe that's what this whole thing was designed for us to do, was to turn closer to him. And I know that that's definitely what it's done for me. And while we all I feel like at times we kind of only turn to God, source, creator when we need to, or when there's a special event or something. When there's a wedding, we go to church or what have you. I really feel like what the divine wants us to do is to build a stronger relationship with him, a stronger foundation, a consistent foundation. Maybe that's what this is all teaching us. And I really do feel that. And although I have a very strong relationship with Source, can it be stronger? Yes, absolutely. Do I go to church every single week? No, I do not. So I feel like that's what this experience is teaching me, is to be more consistent, more nurturing with my relationship with God. And that's really a lot of what this journey is about. It's about coming back to yourself. It's about building a relationship with Source. And then through that, through strengthening those bonds there, then we can really spread the love out into the world, into the universe, help humanity with ascension. This whole experience is not about a romantic relationship. And people who peddle that and they tell you that, they're trying to tell you something. They're trying to sell you something, rather. So really just remember that this is the roots of this experience that we're having. It's about helping humanity through ascension, through doing our missions, and through spreading Christ consciousness. So really, what is the best way to do that? It's to build this strong foundation with spirit. So I think that this is a really great lesson here, is to use this as an opportunity to do that, to turn stronger now more than ever to Source, and know that you are protected, and do not be afraid. There is nothing to fear. This person is being dealt with right now. He has extremely diminished abilities, if any abilities whatsoever. Whatever was done to you is being lifted, will be lifted. I really, really, really firmly believe that. If you feel that you need further healing, then of course go and do so, but be very, very, very discerning with who you go to right now. I was being shown to go right to my church, to speak to my priest, to not go to any other healer or otherwise. So I'm giving you guys the same advice there, to do that. And I went, I had a discussion with my priest. I mean, of course I didn't tell him the whole thing. I didn't talk about twin flames or anything like that, but he did a special blessing for me. He doused me with some holy water. I went to confession. I went to mass. I prayed extensively in the church. I mean, I left there, I felt like a brand new spanking baby. So it really was, it was a very moving time for me, and I'm very glad that I did it. And I was, I was kind of upset that it's like, these are the kinds of things that it takes for us to do this. But you know what? Maybe that's the lesson here. Maybe this is what God wants for us. Maybe this is sort of showing a little bit of tough love. And I mean, it's interesting because we all had the same guidance. We're releasing this information, and a lot of us are saying, oh yeah, I kind of already knew. I had a feeling, but I went to him anyway, or I had a feeling and I didn't go. So this is the other lesson there, is to really trust our guidance. And maybe the fact that some of us ignored our guidance, such as myself. Maybe this was that lesson in tough love. Well, this is what happens when you ignore the divine guidance. It's like the divine, it's like they're our parents. You know, they don't want us to disobey them because they know best. And sometimes they kind of have to let us tumble and fall a little bit to learn those bigger lessons. So maybe we have a little few scrapes and bruises because we stumbled and fell, but we're fine. Our divine mother, our divine father is not going to let anything really harmful happen to us. So I see that that is what's happening here. I think that it was just a larger lesson being learned, and again, really just trust your own gut and your own guidance. Don't do anything because anyone is telling you to, you know. So even just tuning into these videos, I'm happy that you guys tune in and you hear what I have to say and what others have to say. But again, take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Consult your guidance first before you do anything. And you know, I wish I would have done the same for myself, but again, I was in a vulnerable position. I was new. I didn't know where to turn, even though deep down I knew. But guess what? I am never ever ever going to make that mistake ever again. So nothing was lost. So much has been gained, really. So much has been gained from this experience, and none of us are permanently going to be permanently scarred from this. I guarantee you that so much is changing. I mean, I was guided to do that 111 portal reading for a reason. I was just being shown like there really is nothing to fear. Like God is really taking the reins now and coming in and is able to now, because of this mass clearing that happened the end of December, early January. This galactic war. It's just amazing the energies that were coming in, and I just feel very passionate about trying to just get that message across to you guys once again, that it really is, we're kind of in crunch time here. So it's exciting. There's only good things that are on the horizon, and I feel like that's why the dark was really stepping up their game and just trying so many different desperate maneuvers, because they knew that this big change was coming, and that they probably knew they were losing the war. The divine was really going to take hold again and be able to get through to us and be able to usher in these unions. So we just have so much to be thankful for right now. And the last video that Sonnet and I posted, we got cut off at the end, but what I mentioned there was that I pulled another card, an oracle card from the Merit Queen of Angels deck, as guidance to see where we are heading in the future, what as a bit of advice, a card of advice, I should say. And I got the signs card. And the card says, I watch for, notice, and trust the signs that heaven continually sends. So this is really what we can turn to now and look to now, as far as, well, how do we get out of this situation? What is the next step from here? And it's really as simple as that. It's just continuing to trust those signs and to look for them, and to know that when you get that certain feeling, whether it be good or bad about something, to follow that, to go with that. That's your spirit guides. Those are your angel guides giving you the nudge in the right direction. And if you're going in the wrong direction and they're trying to nudge you, listen to those signs and those nudges now, really more than ever before. And I feel like that those signs are going to be coming in stronger now, more than ever. So do look out for them. And yeah, I mean, really, this is just something we're going to have to continue to do for the rest of our lives, you know, as twin flames, for better or worse, to just really learn this art of discernment and trusting what our spirit guides say to us. And, you know, unfortunately, the person that we discussed in that video, I mean, he was just one of several, if not many, of twins who have or so-called twin flame healers who have malicious intent out there. He was one that was widely known and had worked on with a lot of people, so that's why we felt it was important to name him. And he was especially malicious, but there's more out there, and that's for you guys to discern who is who. Start using that practice now, because unfortunately this is kind of the life that we are entering. There are definitely, there's going to be more wolves out there, and they're there right now doing readings and doing healings, and some are obvious and some not so much. So try and just develop a stronger relationship with your guides to discern who you should be getting advice from and who you shouldn't. And again, ask their higher selves, call in their higher aspects in the name of Jesus, and have them show their true identity. That's a very, very, very sure way of discerning where they're coming from. And yeah, guys, again, just really no fear. Just stay in love, stay grounded in love. Love is so much greater than fear. It is so much stronger than fear. And being angry and afraid and resentful towards this person, I mean, that's what he wants right now. That's what he was trying to do, is lower our vibrations to keep us out of our power and keep us out of our union. So it's okay to feel those emotions. Don't get me wrong. I did. I felt those emotions myself, but recognize them, work through them, know that you are stronger, and that you have the ability to really rise above the situation and to move on from it and to learn from it, and be grateful to Spirit and be grateful to your guides that they were there all along, telling you the truth and pushing you in that right direction. And again, look for those signs that are out there right now that are going to be pointing you on your next path. And I can guarantee you the path from here is so much brighter. It is so much better. I'm really very excited for it. And please leave your questions below. We will answer them in the part 2. And I hope you guys are all doing really well. Stay blessed, guys.